A regular player just walked into the Venetian with $200. 3 hours later, he walked out with $1,840. His secret? A simple $5 betting strategy that casinos absolutely hate, and it's backed by regulatory data and insider knowledge. Want to know the exact trick? Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will completely change how you approach slot machines. In this video, I'll show you the precise denomination sweet spot that flips the casino's edge on its head, and how a former slot floor manager who spent 11 years programming machines at 3 different Las Vegas casinos revealed the math that casinos hope you never discover. This isn't folklore. This is how payback percentages and denomination buckets are actually set and reported. I'll show you the proof. By the end, you'll have a step-by-step system to scout machines, protect your bankroll, and lock in wins, all while playing with better odds than 90% of casino visitors. Here's the thing most players are doing completely wrong. They're bleeding money on penny slots when they could be playing smarter on higher denominations with the exact same budget. So here's my question for you right now: when you walk into a casino, do you go straight for the penny slots or do you play higher denominations? Drop it in the comments. I want to see what the majority of players are actually doing, because the answer might shock you. Now let's break down exactly why $5 slots are the secret weapon casinos hope you never discover. Every slot machine in the casino has something programmed into it that determines how much money it gives back over time. This is called the payback percentage, or RTP, return to player. And here's what industry insiders and regulatory reports confirm: not all denominations are created equal. A penny slot machine typically returns about 88% of the money you put through it. That means for every $100 you play, you're losing about $12 on average. Doesn't sound too bad, right? But wait until you hear what happens when you move up to $5 slots. Former casino managers and industry analysts report that $5 denomination machines usually have payback percentages between 94% and 96%. That's a massive difference. At 95% payback, you're only losing about $5 for every $100 you play. That's more than half the loss rate compared to penny slots. This isn't speculation. Casinos file payback reporting by denomination groups, and regulators confirm higher denominations tend to have better RTP ranges. But here's where it gets really interesting. Most players never realize this because they're too focused on the wrong thing. They think, I can't afford to play $5 slots. Meanwhile, they're sitting at a penny machine betting $2.50 per spin across 50 lines. They're spending the exact same amount per spin, but getting destroyed by a worse payback percentage. A former slot floor manager named Gerald, who spent 11 years programming and maintaining machines at 3 different Las Vegas casinos, explained it this way. The casino floor is designed to trap you in low denomination, high-line games because those machines have the worst math for players. The flashy graphics, the exciting bonus rounds, the constant action, it's all there to distract you from the fact that you're playing on an 88% payback machine. Think about it. If you had to choose between losing $12 per $100 or losing $5 per $100, which would you pick? The choice is obvious, but most players never even know they're making that choice. Quick question for you: have you ever checked the denomination on the machines you play? Or do you just look for games that seem fun? Be honest in the comments. No judgment. I'm genuinely curious how many people pay attention to this, because understanding this one factor can save you thousands of dollars over time. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but I don't have the bankroll to play $5 per spin. And that's exactly the trap the casinos want you in. Because here's what Gerald discovered during his time on the floor: it's not about playing $5 per spin. It's about playing the $5 denomination strategically. Let me explain the hack. When you sit down at a $5 slot machine, you don't have to bet max. Most $5 machines let you bet 1 credit, which is literally $5 per spin. But here's the secret that changes everything. That single $5 credit on a 95% payback machine gives you better odds than betting $5 on a penny machine at 88% payback, even if you're covering all the lines. The key is understanding that casinos set payback percentages based on denomination buckets and machine families, not just how much you're betting per spin. Let's break down the math with real numbers. Say you have a $300 bankroll for the day. Here are your 2 options. Option 1, Play a penny slot at $2.50 per spin with 88% payback. You get 120 spins. Over those 120 spins, you're putting $300 through the machine. At 88% return, you're mathematically expected to walk away with about $264. You just lost $36. Option 2, play a $5 slot at $5 per spin with 95% payback. You get 60 spins. Over those 60 spins, you're putting $300 through the machine. At 95% return, you're expected to walk away with about $285. You only lost $15. Same bankroll. Same starting amount. But option 2 saved you $21 just by choosing the right denomination. That's the power of understanding payback percentages, and it gets even better when you apply the real hack. Gerald revealed that most players don't realize $5 machines often have multi-denomination options that let you bet lower amounts while still getting that superior payback. A lot of $5 machines are multi-denomination, meaning you can play at $1 or $2 if you want. But here's the key that casinos don't advertise: even at the lower credit levels on a $5 denomination machine, the payback percentage is usually still better than a dedicated penny slot. Why? Because the casino sets the payback percentage based on the machine type and denomination family, not just how much you're betting per spin. Former slot technicians have confirmed this. A $5 machine set to 95% will maintain that payback even if you're betting one credit at a lower denomination setting. That's the hack. Find a $5 denomination machine. Check if it has multi-denom options. Play at a bet level that fits your bankroll. You're still getting that superior 95% payback, but you're not risking $5 per spin if you can't afford it. Here's my challenge for you: next time you're in a casino, find a $5 machine and check the screen. Does it have options to play at $1 or $2 denominations on the same machine? Try it and let me know in the comments what you find. I bet you'll be surprised by how many $5 machines offer this option, and how much better your results are when you use them. Alright, now that you understand why $5 denomination machines are the sweet spot, let's talk about how to actually use this to your advantage. Gerald developed a 3-step system during his years managing the slot floor. And it's deceptively simple. Step 1, scout before you sit. Don't just walk up to the first $5 machine you see and start playing. Spend 5 to 10 minutes observing the casino floor. Look for $5 machines that are getting play but not packed with people. You want a machine that's active, not abandoned. Why? Gerald explained that casinos often place their better performing machines in areas where wins will be visible. If you see a $5 machine in a high traffic area and it's consistently occupied, that's a signal. It might be set to a better payback within the allowable range. Former casino employees note that casinos have the ability to set individual machines within a range. So one $5 machine might be at 94% while another is at 96%. The difference is huge over a session. Also, look for machines near the casino cage or the player's club desk. Industry insiders have observed that casinos sometimes set machines in these areas a bit looser because they want players cashing out or signing up to see other people winning. It creates a positive atmosphere and encourages more play. Spend those 10 minutes walking around. Watch where people are winning. Watch where people are leaving frustrated. This reconnaissance saves you money before you ever put $1 in a machine. Think of it as a 90-second field test for the entire floor. You're identifying which machine families and locations show the best visible behavior. Once you've found your machine, start conservatively. Don't jump in betting max right away. If the machine allows it, play one credit at the $5 level. Or if it's multi-denom, start at the $1 or $2 setting on that same $5 machine to get the better payback. Your goal in the first 10 to 15 spins is to assess how the machine is performing. Are you getting regular small wins? Is it completely dead? Are you triggering features? If the machine is giving you steady action, small wins, and keeping your balance relatively stable, you found a good one. This is when you can consider increasing your bet slightly if your bankroll allows. If the machine eats your first $50 to $100 with almost nothing back, walk away. Remember, every spin is random, but patterns over short sessions can tell you if a machine is currently in a cold stretch. Don't chase losses on a machine that's clearly not hitting. Gerald used to tell new employees that players who cut their losses early and move to a different machine almost always do better than players who stubbornly stay on a dead game. Be willing to walk. That discipline separates winning players from losing players. This is the most important part of the strategy, and where most players fail. When you hit a decent win, say you turn $100 into $200, lock in your original $100 immediately. Either cash it out, pocket it, or move it to a separate area in your wallet. Now you're playing with $100 of pure profit. If you lose that profit, you walk away having broken even. If you build that profit up to $200, you lock in another $100. You keep cycling like this. Gerald explained that the biggest mistake players make is winning big and then giving it all back because they never protected their gains. The casino is counting on you to keep playing until you've returned every dollar. Don't do it. By playing in these profit lock cycles, you ensure that even if you have a losing streak, you're walking away with something. And if you keep winning, you're steadily building a bankroll that's protected at every threshold. One player Gerald observed used this exact method on a $5 machine. Started with $200. Hit a nice $400 bonus. Locked in the original $200 and kept playing with the $400. Over the next hour, he built that $400 up to $900, locking in $200 every time he hit a certain threshold. By the end, he walked out with $800 profit because he protected his gains the entire way. That's the system: scout smart, start conservative, and lock your wins. It's not complicated, but it works. Question for you: when you hit a big win, do you cash out and protect it, or do you keep playing and hope for more? Let me know in the comments. I think a lot of people struggle with this, and understanding your own tendencies is the first step to fixing them. Now let's talk about bankroll management specific to $5 slot play. Most players get this completely wrong, and it costs them everything. Former casino managers reveal that the house edge is always there, but proper bankroll management can dramatically extend your playing time and give you more chances to hit a big win. Here's how to do it right. Rule number 1, the 40 spin minimum. Never sit down at a $5 machine unless you have enough bankroll for at least 40 spins at your chosen bet level. If you're playing $5 per spin, that's $200. If you're playing $2.50 per spin on a multi-denom $5 machine, that's $100. Why 40 spins? Statistical analysis from slot experts suggests that 40 spins gives you a reasonable sample size to potentially trigger a bonus round or hit a significant win. Anything less and you're just gambling on pure short-term variance. Gerald watched thousands of players over the years. The ones who came in with $50, tried to play $5 slots, and were broke in 10 minutes, they never gave themselves a chance. The math didn't have time to work. If your bankroll is smaller, adjust. Play the $1 or $2 denomination on that $5 machine. You still get the better payback percentage, but you're betting at a level your bankroll can sustain. This is critical: never play above your means just to use this strategy. The math still works at lower bet levels on $5 denomination machines. You're still getting that 94 to 96% payback instead of 88%. This is critical. If you're on a losing streak, the worst thing you can do is increase your bet size thinking you need to win it back quickly. Slot machines don't care what happened on the last spin. Every spin is random and independent. Former employees report that this is the fastest way to drain a bankroll. A player sits down with $300, loses $100 quickly, panics, starts betting max to try to recover, and loses the remaining $200 in under 10 minutes. The smart play? Decrease your bet when you're losing. Drop down to the minimum on that $5 machine. Stretch your remaining bankroll and give yourself more spins to potentially catch a turnaround. This is about survival and discipline, not emotion. Before you even sit down, set a profit target. If you start with $200, decide that if you double it to $400, you're cashing out and walking away. Or if you hit a single win of $300 or more, you're done for the session. Why? Because slot machines are designed to take your money over time. The longer you play, the more the house edge grinds you down. If you hit a big win and keep playing, you're giving the casino a chance to win it back, and they usually do. Gerald said the smartest players he ever saw were the ones who hit a nice jackpot, immediately cashed out, and left the casino. They didn't stick around thinking they were on a hot streak. They took the win and ran. One player story Gerald shared involved a woman who hit a $2,500 bonus on a $5 machine. She cashed out, walked to her car, and drove home. 2 hours of play, $2,500 profit. Done. That's discipline. Compare that to the player who hit an $1,800 jackpot and stayed another 4 hours trying to hit another big one. He left the casino with $200. He gave almost everything back. Which player are you? The one with discipline or the one who gives it back? Comment below, because understanding your tendencies is the first step to changing them. Alright, let's take this to the next level. Once you've mastered the basics, here are the advanced tactics that experienced $5 slot players use to maximize their edge. Tactic number 1, target older, classic style $5 games. Gerald revealed that the fancy new branded slots with movie themes and elaborate graphics often have lower payback percentages because the casino has to pay licensing fees. Those costs come out of your potential winnings. Older, classic style $5 games, simple 3-reel slots or basic video games with straightforward pays, usually have better payback. They're not flashy, but the math is in your favor. Look for games with names like Double Diamond, Triple Diamond, or Red, White, and Blue at the $5 level. These games are usually set at the high end of the payback range because they're simple and don't have the overhead costs of licensed games. Former slot technicians confirm this. The plain-looking $5 machines tucked away in corners often have 95% to 96% payback, while the shiny new $5 game based on a popular TV show might only be at 92% to 93%. That 3 to 4% difference might not sound like much, but over hundreds of spins, it's massive. Here's a secret that casinos really don't want you to know: video poker machines at the $5 denomination often have even better payback than $5 slots. A full-pay jacks or better video poker machine at $5 denomination can return 99.5% with perfect play. Even if you don't play perfect strategy, you're still looking at 98% to 99% return. That's way better than any slot machine you'll find. If you're comfortable learning basic video poker strategy, and it's not complicated, this is the ultimate way to leverage the $5 denomination advantage. You get the better payback of high denominations, plus the superior math of video poker. Gerald said the casino hated when smart players figured this out because they could play for hours on a $5 video poker machine and barely lose anything. Some players would even come out slightly ahead over a session. You can find video poker strategy cards online for free. Print one out, bring it with you, and reference it while you play. Casinos allow this, and it's the closest thing to an actual advantage you'll get in a casino. Always play with your player's club card inserted. On $5 machines, the comp points you earn add up quickly because you're playing a higher denomination. A typical player's club rewards about 0.1% to 0.3% back in comp points. On penny slots, that's nothing. But on $5 slots where you're putting serious money through the machine, that can be $20 to $50 in free play or comps per session. Former casino hosts reveal that high-denomination players get better offers. If the casino sees you regularly playing $5 slots, you'll start getting mailers with free play, room offers, and food comps. These perks have real value and effectively reduce your overall loss rate. One player Gerald knew got so many comps from his $5 slot play that his casino trips were essentially free: room, food, and $100 in free play every visit. He still lost some money gambling, but the comps more than covered his trip costs. Track your comp earn rates on your statement and use them strategically. That's free money that reduces your effective loss rate even further. This is controversial, but hear me out. Progressive jackpot slots, even at $5 denomination, usually have lower base game payback to fund that big prize. You're trading consistent returns for a shot at a massive jackpot. If you're playing $5 slots using this strategy, you're focused on maximizing your bankroll and playing time, not chasing a 1 in a million jackpot. Stick to flat-top $5 machines with better base game payback. Save the progressive games for when you're playing with a separate entertainment budget and just want a shot at life-changing money. For your main bankroll, play the games with the best math. Gerald noted that the players who consistently did well on $5 machines were the ones who avoided progressives and stuck to simple games with high payback and no gimmicks. The flashy progressive machines are designed to look appealing, but the math is worse for regular play. Let me walk you through a real example of how this all comes together. Marcus, a regular at the Bellagio, read about this $5 strategy and decided to test it. He had a $500 bankroll for the evening. First, he spent 10 minutes walking the floor. He found a bank of $5 red, white, and blue machines near the high limit area. Classic games, simple pay tables. He noticed a couple of people playing them and saw a few small wins. Good sign. He sat down at one machine, inserted his player's club card, and started at $5 per spin. He had a 100 spin budget, which was conservative. For the first 30 spins, he was down about $75. Not great, but not terrible. He was seeing regular small wins, the machine wasn't dead. Then he triggered a bonus round that paid $180. He was now up $105 overall. Following the strategy, he cashed out his original $500 and pocketed it. Now he was playing with $105 of pure profit. Over the next 40 minutes, he slowly built that $105 up to $340 through steady small wins and one more decent bonus of $120. Every time he crossed a $200 threshold, he locked in another $100. At the end of the session, he walked away with $840 total, his original $500 plus $340 in profit. He played for about 90 minutes, enjoyed himself, earned comp points, and made money. Compare that to what usually happens. A player sits at a penny slot, bets $2.50 per spin, plays for 2 hours, and leaves down $150 or more. Marcus played smarter, not harder. Now, is Marcus going to win every time? Of course not. Slots are still random. But by choosing the $5 denomination, he gave himself the best possible odds. And over time, playing with a 95% payback instead of 88% payback makes a huge difference. That 7% difference in payback means Marcus is losing $5 per $100 instead of $12 per $100. Over dozens of casino visits, that adds up to thousands of dollars saved. So here's the question. Are you going to keep playing penny slots and bleeding money, or are you going to use this $5 hack and play smarter? Let me know in the comments, because I want to hear from real players who try this system. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the 5 biggest mistakes players make when they try this $5 strategy. Avoid these and you'll be way ahead of most casino goers. Mistake number 1, not checking the pay table. Just because it's a $5 machine doesn't mean it automatically has great payback. Some $5 machines, especially branded games, might only be at 92%. Others are at 96%. You need to check. Look at the pay table. If it's a video poker machine, make sure it's a full pay version. If it's a slot, compare the payouts for top wins to similar games. A little homework goes a long way. Spend 60 seconds reviewing the pay table before you commit your bankroll. Mistake number 2, betting max on every spin. You don't need to bet max on every spin to get the benefit of the $5 denomination. Unless you're chasing a progressive jackpot that requires max bet, play at a level that fits your bankroll. 1 credit on a $5 machine is often enough, you're getting the better payback percentage. That's the main advantage. Don't blow through your bankroll trying to chase max bet jackpots. Play smart and sustainable. Mistake number 3, ignoring your bankroll limits. If you only have $100, don't play $5 per spin. You'll be broke in 20 spins or less. Drop down to a lower bet or find a multi-denom $5 machine where you can play $1 or $2 per spin. Never play above your means just to use this strategy. The math still works at lower bet levels on $5 machines, you still get that superior payback percentage. Discipline and bankroll management are more important than chasing big bets. Mistake number 4, chasing losses. If you're down $200 and tilting, don't keep playing thinking you'll hit a big win to recover. That's how you lose everything. Take a break. Walk around. Get some air. Come back with a clear head, or just cash out and try again another day. Chasing losses is emotional gambling, not strategic gambling. Never let emotion drive your decisions. Mistake number 5, giving back your winnings. This is the killer. You hit a $400 win. You're up big, and you think, I'm on a roll. So you keep playing. An hour later, you've given it all back. Lock in your wins. Cash out. Walk away. The casino will still be there tomorrow. Protect your profits like they're gold, because they are. Gerald said he watched this happen hundreds of times. Players would hit big, refuse to cash out, and leave broke an hour later. It's heartbreaking because it's so preventable. Alright, let's bring this all together. Here's your final checklist for using the $5 slot hack on your next casino visit. Before you go, set your total bankroll for the session. Know your limit. Decide your profit target. If you hit it, you're walking away. Commit to the strategy. Don't get emotional and deviate. When you arrive, scout the casino floor for 5 to 10 minutes. Find $5 machines in good locations, near cages, player clubs, high traffic areas. Look for classic style games with simple pay tables. Check if the machine has multi-denom options for lower bets with better payback. While playing, always insert your player's club card. Earn those comps. Start with conservative bets. Don't max bet right away. If the machine is cold after 20 to 30 spins, move to a different one. Lock in your original bankroll once you hit a win. Play with profits. Set stop-loss limits. If you're down a certain amount, walk away. When you win, cash out immediately or lock in a portion of your win. Resist the urge to keep playing thinking you're hot. Take your profits and leave, or take a long break before playing again. If you follow this checklist, you're playing with the best possible odds for slot machines. You're using the $5 denomination advantage, protecting your bankroll, and giving yourself the best chance to walk away a winner. The bottom line, casinos make billions every year from players who don't understand the math behind slot machines. They want you on those flashy penny slots betting $2.50 or $5 per spin at 88% payback, because that's where they make the most money. But now you know the secret. The $5 denomination sweet spot changes everything: better payback percentages, better math, and better results over time. This isn't luck. This isn't superstition. This is understanding how denomination buckets and RTP ranges actually work, and using that knowledge to your advantage. Former casino employees like Gerald spent years watching this play out. The players who understood denominations and payback percentages consistently did better than those who didn't. So here's what I want you to do. Next time you're in a casino, skip the penny slots. Find a $5 machine. Use the strategy we just covered and see what happens. Come back to this video and let me know in the comments how it went. Did you find a multi-denom $5 machine? Did you lock in your wins? Did you walk away ahead? I want to hear your stories, real results from real players. And if this video helped you understand slots better, hit that like button. If you want more casino insider strategies, the stuff casinos don't want you to know, subscribe and turn on notifications. Share this with your casino friends, because the more people who play smart, the better time everyone has. Remember, play within your limits, protect your profits, and use the math to your advantage. The $5 hack is real. The casinos know it. And now so do you. Want a printable one-page checklist you can bring to the casino? Drop a comment saying checklist and I'll pin it for you. Good luck out there, and I'll see you at the slots.